New announcement from Sigma in the art lens lineup. Let's discuss a little bit about this topic. Hello YouTubers, my name is Attila Mathe from Blue Sky Photography, and today I'd like to talk to you about a very exciting news from Sigma. Sigma announced officially 4 new lenses in the art lineup. And I have to tell you, I'm very surprised, that Sigma is so much into this, and it looks like they want to develop the art and the contemporary lens lineup and the sports lens lineup. So it looks like they are very, very seriously in the lens market, and they decided to piss off Nikon and Canon, I would say. So the new announcement, it's very exciting, I tell you. 4 lenses. Lens number 1, 14mm f1.8 art. Lens number 2, 135mm f1.8 art. Lens number 3, 24 to 70 f2.8 art. And lens number 4, 100 to 400 f5 to 6.3. Now, let's take one by one and let's see these lenses. Now, until now, we all know that Sigma art lens lineup, it is excellent image quality. I mean, zooms or primes, doesn't matter. It is excellent image quality. So, what I would say, I would expect that these lenses will be the same image quality like the other ones. So I don't think that there is any doubt in any of the photographers, that these lenses will not be excellent image quality. So 14mm f1.8 art. Now this lens, some photographers would ask, do you need a 14mm with f1.8? I don't know, but it's very interesting to see that Sigma is really into creating some great lenses and awesome lenses and unique lenses. Because you see, the first zoom in this planet, f1.8, Sigma created. The second zoom in this planet, f1.8, Sigma created. And I'm talking about the 18 to 35 f1.8 and the 50 to 100 f1.8. Okay, there are some issues with the focusing, and with some of the copies, I know, and maybe some photographers, they will say they are not reliable. I use both of the zooms, 18 to 35 and 50 to 100, and I have only a little bit of issue with the 18 to 35, but that's not a big problem for me. And I can explain to you why. I have a video about this, and if you want to see, I will place a card up here so you can see. Just click on it and you will see the video about the 18 to 35 and why it's not a big issue, for me. Now, I'm not talking about in the name of anybody else. I'm talking about only my opinion. So, but if we take the image quality of the 18 to 35 or the 50 to 100, I guarantee you that in this planet there is no other zoom with that image quality. And that's something for me which I'm ready to handle the small issue with the focusing to get the image quality. So, do we really need a 14mm f1.8? Most of the time, no. You don't need an f1.8 wide, and it's 14mm, it's very wide. And I would say you don't really need f1.8 because you will stop down the lens anyway. But in the same time, in some situations when you are in a very low light situation, and you don't have your tripod, and you want to make the shot, it's very handy. So it will come handy. Now, again, it depends what it will be the price point, because at the moment we don't have the price point for these lenses. So if it will be very expensive, then probably it won't worth the money, to spend on it. But if it will be acceptable price, then it will be sure an awesome lens, and f1.8, it's unique again. I don't even know if there is other lens, with f1.8 aperture 14 millimeter I'm talking about? If there is, please leave a comment down below and share with us. So, usually with wide angle lenses, you don't really try to shoot portraits, you know. So, like I said, you know, if the only advantage of this fast aperture is only if you are in very low light and you want to shoot handheld. But in the same time, you know, sometimes you can use it and it will be very helpful, you know. Now the second lens. I don't really want to talk about all the technical stuff of these lenses because I'm pretty sure that you can find it anywhere, and most of the time, for most of us, it's not really important, you know, how many bladed apertures, if they are rounded or not rounded, especially on a 40mm lens. Like I said, you don't really want to blur the background. You can't really blur the background, that's the truth. So it's not really important. Now the second lens, this is a 135mm f1.8. Now guys, believe me, this will be the the master of the portraits. I don't know how to say that. I have my own 135 f2 lens, and I tell you, I love that lens. I mean, that lens is my favorite, you know, in portraits. And the quality of the images, you know, that produces that lens is just ridiculously good, you know. Now 135 f1.8, if I remember well, there's only one lens other than this on the market, 135 f1.8, and that is the Sony Zeiss. The Sony Alpha mount has the 135 f1.8 Sony Zeiss branded lens, and that lens is a beauty. I mean, it is very expensive, but it's a beauty. I tell you, if you have that lens will blow you away. I mean, I used to shoot with that lens, and I tell you something, I was just, I don't know. It's very, very good. Now this lens, I'm pretty sure that image quality wise it will be excellent, and I'm pretty sure that build quality wise it will be again excellent, because all the Sigma art lenses, the build quality wise, they are very, very good. So I don't think you will have any issues with that. Now if you want to shoot portraits, this lens, it will be kind of unique again, because like I said, only Sony has the Sony Zeiss version of this lens 1.8, and that's all. I would say that this lens will be very, very big success, and I was waiting actually for a long time for this lens. So I hope that in a few weeks time, or in a month time, or when it will be available in Ireland, I can put my hand on it and try it out, you know. The third lens is the 24-70 f2.8 art. Now, Sigma had until now the 24-70 f2.8 lens and had the 70-200 f2.8. They were okay lenses, but you cannot compare image quality wise with the art lineup. Now, I am 100% sure that this lens will be twice as good as the first version of the 24-70 f2.8. So I would say that this lens, it will be, image quality wise I'm talking about, it will be at least twice as good than the other one. Again, how it will be the price, you know, we don't know. I don't know. So when the price will be available, then again you can see if it works or not. But I think that most of the time Sigma has acceptable prices, you know, and I think that this won't be an exception as well. So the next, I would say, and this is only my opinion, I would think the next lens they will bring up on the market, it will be the 70-200 to replace the first version, you know, with the 70-200 f2.8 art. And that again, it will be very important for them, because Tamron just released the 70-200 f2.8 generation 2 lens, which is a great lens. It has some issues again, like every other lens, you know, like almost every lens has some issues. So that lens has as well, you know, some focus bleeding problems, but in the same time, it is a great image quality lens. So Sigma, I think that they are a little bit pressed, you know, like to come up with the 70 to 200 as well. Now, hopefully this this 24 to 70, it will be sharper, you know, than the first version. But I would say that we can be pretty sure that it will be better than the first version, because all of the art lenses, they are excellent image quality. The fourth lens is the 100 to 400 f5 to 6.3. Now, I don't really like variable aperture lenses, so I'm not really excited about this, but obviously this lens, it looks like it will be another variation for sports photographers or wildlife photographers, but to be honest with you, I don't know, I don't really understand the point, you know, why they did this lens, because they have the 100 to 450, I think, the f5 to 6.3. If I'm not wrong, if I'm wrong, I will correct it and I will put it up here. I think it's 150 and or 120 450 or something like that. They have so many variations that I don't really know now, but they have another long telephoto zoom. So I don't know what's the point of this lens, but anyway, we will see. Like I said, I'm not really excited of this lens with this lens, but the other three, they are very, very, very big excitement. And I would say that if we can try it out and if the price will be good, Sigma can sell a lot of them, I tell you. And I hope, I really hope that they will pay attention on the price point and they will not make the same mistake like they did with the 85 1.4, because that is a little bit overpriced, I would say, for the moment. We'll see in the future how it will be. Probably they will reduce the price, but at the moment, I would say it is a little bit overpriced. Now, like I said, my favorite lens from these four is the 135 f1.8, and I would say that if I get my hand on it and if that lens will not be overpriced, you know, probably I will even buy that lens, because that's my favorite focal length for portrait, 135, 85 and 135. These two is my favorite focal length for portraits. And I would say that if you are a serious portrait photographer, then you want a lens like this, you know, not necessarily this one, but something like this, because you need a 135 millimeter. So all these four lenses, they are made for full frame cameras. So if you are on full frame, all the four lenses will work with the full frame cameras. Obviously, you can use them on the APS-C as well. That's not a big issue. I think that first time it will come with a Nikon, Canon and Sigma mount like usually, and this is one of the reasons why I shoot Nikon, because many times, you know, you just got lenses, you know, on the market, new lenses, third-party lenses like Tamron, Sigma, Tokina, and if you are in Pentax, you know, or if you are in other, you know, other mounts like Sony or something, you just don't have the possibility to buy those lenses, you know, and that's a drawback, I would say. That's a problem. So that's why I went back to Nikon a few years ago, because I just wanted to get some specific lenses, you know, and in my opinion, lenses are more important than camera bodies. So I think that you must choose first your lenses and then you must choose your camera bodies. That's what I would do anyway, because camera bodies will come and go, but your lenses will stay all the time. So better invest more in lenses and less in camera bodies, because you never know, you know, what's happening. The next year it will come a camera body with which will know double like your camera body now, and you just want to dump it but you will still use the lenses. So lenses are more important. Now, like I said, I am very, very excited about this, and I wanted to share with you this. And hopefully I can put my hand on these lenses, you know, as soon as possible. They are available in Ireland. I will travel up to Dublin and I will put my hand on them and try them out. So I hope that this video will be helpful to you guys. And if I forgot something, or if you want to add to this video something, please feel free and leave a comment down below and share your opinion, you know, and let's help others, you know, with information about lenses and what is important, you know, in different situations. So other than that, I wish you a nice day and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Set my heart